Hi guys, hi, Jolo Karemi here. How are you guys doing? Come closer, come up hither. That's gonna be the word today. I'm happy to be back. And last time I shared a video with you guys, and while I was sharing the video, I was talking about how I was in a very interesting season. It has not completely ended, but we thank the Lord. God is good. So today, as I'm cozied up on this couch, I wanted to bring something to you. I was having a conversation with God, and I was just trying to debate about a matter. And my thing is, I just could not see it how He wanted me to see it. I think you'd say this is a perspective problem, and you're not wrong. It probably is a perspective problem. So there's something I wanted very, very, very much. I was just fighting to God, and I'm like, God, me, I want this thing, and can we just get to the point? Yani unanizungushanga tu alafu. And why would you even give me desires for things that you know I can't get right now? Why are we playing games with each other? So that's the conversation we're gonna have. As I was telling God to help me fix a few things in my life, which before the end of the video, you will see that He has fixed them. But as at now, He has not. I don't feel like He did anything about them. I was asking God, where does it start and where does it stop? It's me coming to you over and over again. God, can you please have an answer for this? Actually, I just needed Him to say yes on something. Yeah, judge me all you want, but I know even you, there's those times you just want God to be like, just say yes, God, please say yes, say yes. He did not say yes, guys. He did not. But also He did not say no. And that's my problem. I was just telling Him, sasa kama hauniambii yes na hauniambii no, na nimekuja kwako, what do you want from me? Yani si basi I do whatever I want, and then you go do whatever you want and you get banned and you have to come back again. That's the situation I was in. So guys, me not getting answers and me just continuing with life is why I'm here. For you and for me, mostly for me first, then it can also be you as you're listening to this video. You know that card drawing that is usually number 6, but then when you look at it on the other side, it's number 9. We like to talk about perspectives, sana. But this one, I was bent on telling God it's not a perspective problem. I was just like, God, wacha nikuambie. Me, I assure you my perspective is right. Mimi ninakuambia kama uniambii yes na uniambii no, unaniambia kitu. Na hiyo kitu ndio nataka ukuwe clear. Anyway, so it was a perspective problem for a minute there, and we went on and on, me and God, and we didn't have a solution, or rather I didn't get the answer that I thought I needed. So ikakuwa ni one of those situations where I'm just like, okay God, if you're not going to fix this, see, basi we continue. And then something bad happened. Okay, not all the way bad. Someone likes to tell me I should watch my words. Instead of calling things bad, I should just say things are interesting. So something really interesting happened. And I was telling God, Sunaona, you should have either told me yes or no. Because as saizi, something interesting has happened, and now I don't have an answer. And now, if you had listened to me, yeah, judge me all you want, but even you know, if you had listened to me and told me, we could have avoided this situation. But now that we are here, what do we do? And I was seriously on God, like, how do I fix this for myself? And then God was telling me, come up hither, come, let me show you. You remember the story of Nathaniel when he was asking about Jesus? Was it Nathaniel? There's this guy in the Bible who was asking, what's going on? Okay, sure, the same Jesus of Nazareth, really? Something nice can come from Nazareth. And then the disciples were like, come and see. You come and see for yourself. I don't want to tell you, because if I tell you, you will think it's just a me thing. You will think my perspective is bent on him or something. But come and see. This is what I feel like God was saying. I don't mean to brag. I'm God, I'm right, but come and see. Just come and see. A lot of the times, the things that you see as though they are bad things all interesting now in my case. Those things are not the same for me. Something that you think is a bad situation is not a bad thing for me. And the example I'm having in my mind right now is when a child is teething, it's very uncomfortable. Those people that have kids know. Huyo mtoto anapata joto, they have a fever, they are itchy, they are colic, they are crying all the time, they have a flu. It's always a messy situation. But now the problem is, from the child's perspective, I wish I didn't have teeth, because I really don't need to be in this situation in the first place. But from the parents' perspective, it's like, I'm really glad my child is gonna have their first tooth. You see what I mean? But then it depends on which side you're standing. If you're on the side of the child, no one wants to teeth. It's uncomfortable. It's painful. You want to scratch your gum. You're bleeding. Sometimes it's difficult to eat. You don't know when the season is ending, because it's one tooth today, but then you need another tooth tomorrow, and then before all your teeth are out, you've just been through it all. But from the side of the parent, they're looking at it and I'm like, oh my goodness, my child is all grown up. They have 1 tooth, 3 teeth, 20 teeth. This is a full grown child. You see what I mean? So when God was telling me, come up hither, his thing was not to brag the way I saw it. His thing was, you will not see it from my perspective because you're standing on the other side. And that's my problem. If you keep seeing things from your side only, then it means you're not even kingdom oriented. Your mind is not of kingdom. Your thoughts are not my thoughts, because the goal should be that I have the mind of Christ. I start thinking like God and seeing things like God. But if I'm seeing things from my perspective alone, then that's not the same thing. You see what I mean? And so when he was saying, come up hither, his thing was, if you keep stooping there low, there's a saying that my pastor keeps saying to me, anasema, kings have no business to discuss with peasants. If you keep stooping low to the level of a peasant, it's either you're helping them or you're empowering them to be a king. Otherwise, they will draw you down so that you become a peasant. So, if you keep stooping low, uko unafikiria vitu za chini, there's no way you're going to understand how kings do things. You will never understand how kings trade, how they make deals and stuff like that. You see what I mean? So when God was saying, come up hither, his thing was, you want to know what I'm thinking? You want to know what's happening? You want an explanation for where you're at? Come up hither. Come and see it from the Father's perspective. Come and see it from my own eyes, and you will realize that's not the story. That's really not the story. There's something I'm working on, and it is beautiful. From where I'm standing, it is beautiful. There's a movie that's coming to mind. It's called The Shark. You all should watch that one. It's one of those movies that are interesting. You should watch it. In this interesting movie, there's a part where there's a garden. In this garden, it's a lot of weed, or so it looks like. So while on the ground, and as you're trying to wonder, why is this growing here? Why is this? We have thorns here, it's bushes here. It looks like it's unkempt. And then this person was telling the guy, if you look at it from my eyes, you realize it's beautiful. It's an actual garden with flowers and they're blooming. But then if you're up ground, it doesn't feel so much like it. It feels like there are corners and weeds and thorns and dark spaces all around. But in reality, it is beautiful. It just depends on where you're looking at it from. So come up hither for me was one of those call to actions for, if you keep seeing things from the level you're at, it will never really work out. If you keep looking from your level, you as a human being, this is the verse that we like to quote, and we think we are, we know our Bible very well. My thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. Far above. Mpaka unasema unakuwa na conviction. But if actually you were to see it from God's perspective, a lot of things would be different. You would understand the kingdom mindset completely different. The concept of wealth, the concept of family, the concept of just growth as a person, identity, purpose, all these things, it means totally different to God. It's a beautiful, beautiful story. Actually, today someone has told me, you see, when you're looking at a table iko grains, there are certain grains, and every grain is important to the final texture of the table. So if the grain is malfunctioning, then the table won't be as beautiful. So there's how God wants to streamline your life so that the grain works seamlessly with everything else. Because the danger in thinking and in seeing your own life in your own eyes is that you become selfish. You think it's just about you. Imagine it's not about you. Think about the number of human beings we are in this world. In Kenya alone, it's just too much. Even in your village alone, all those are so many people. Even in your family alone, all those are many people, and they're all different. So if that's the case, then it means my story and your story must meet somewhere in this life, one way or another. And even though it's not directly, there's where my life is meeting your life and your life is meeting my life, that streamlines perfectly to create this seamless big picture. A big picture that you do not have access to. Because on this side of time, we see in part, we know in part. But the good news is, these mysteries are for the sons, for those people that would come up hither, that you would go up to where God is, so that you're able to come and reason together. That's His word. Come, let us reason together. You want to know what's going on? Come, let me show you. So in this situation, God told me, imagine I'm not going to fix this situation. I am allowing it to happen. One, because I want to prove to you that I got you, which I really did not appreciate. But two, also so that I can mold you, because there are things I'm doing in you that you've never had to do, but you'll have to do because you're in this situation, you know. There are things you'd never be able to do if I didn't put you in this situation. So guess what? You're staying. Am I happy? No, I'm not happy. Does God care about my happiness? Well, not too much. He kind of is concerned, but not about happiness. He's concerned about my health and my well-being, that I have joy, that I have fruit, that I have love. That's what concerns him. So it's really not about me being happy. Right now, I'm really not happy about some things. And if I had an option, I'd definitely change them. Okay, I do kind of have an option, but from God's perspective, this is it, you know? This is it. The choices that I'm making right now, these are them. These choices to keep showing up, this is it. It does not make me happy all the time. It is uncomfortable. I still go back and question, and He will still remind me. If you want to see it differently, come up hither. Be where I'm at. That's the only way you'll see. Right now, you don't know what I'm looking at as I'm recording this video. But if you are where I am, then you'd see it from my perspective. Because from the other side, you also are open to your own opinions and interpretations of this video. So the only way we can have a matched perspective is if you'd come up hither. Come and know what I'm thinking about. Come and know what the plan was. Come up to where I am. So that's your encouragement today. It doesn't make sense, cool. It cannot be explained, cool. Maybe not at your level. You know those things for companies where you ask about something and they say you're not at your level. You don't have the passcode for that, you know? They're just like, it's classified. You know, like those CIA things, oh, it's classified. And then you go to the next level and a bit less of it is classified. And then you go to the toppest level and even the redacted parts can now be read. That's the thing. If you come up hither, it's no longer classified. So if you really want to know what's going on, come up hither. That's it for me. From me to you. Okay, from me and God to you, come up hither. Bye.